Hello and welcome to the SciFirst MovieTalk episode. In this episode, I'll be discussing the 2012 stop-motion animated horror comedy that is ParaNorman, as directed by Sam Fell and Chris Butler. Set in the small fictional town of Blythe Hollow, Massachusetts, the movie introduces us to Norman, as voiced by Smit-McPhee, a young boy obsessed with the macabre, who actually has a special gift. He can see and talk to the dead. Unfortunately, the people around him, at home, his family, in school, in the town in which they live, they find him weird and different as a result, which sees him struggle to make friends. Well, of those of us that are alive at least. However, this all starts to turn when a 300-year-old curse, a witch's curse, is ignited, which sees the dead rise from their graves. Specifically, some crusty old town councillors who condemned the witch to death all those years ago. Norman must find a way to stop the curse once and for all, before the witch and the undead take over the town, and in doing so, prove to everybody his gift is not a curse itself, or something they should fear. So, this is a movie that has a real classic kind of B-movie kind of charm to it, right from the very start. And it is a great homage. It really does pay some great homage to some of the early classics, with even a few nods to some of the more kind of adult horror franchises along the way, such as Friday the 13th, Night of the Living Dead, of course, kind of the genre style of that film overall, and even Halloween. I'm sure that there was actually more in the film, but if so, they were very cleverly integrated. So yes. Being animated in stop motion, I think, works very well to this effect, giving it a real kind of timeless quality and a real retro vibe, which speaks well to the kind of film that it's trying to be. The animation is exquisitely detailed and real fun to watch. There's so much going on the screen to see that I must admit that it is sometimes easy to lose focus from the main characters, but that is really only a very small price to pay to allow yourself to get immersed in this film's fun but macabre wonder. It has a real light-hearted take on death, bringing us an excellent twist on the usual zombie fare, without being cheesy. It has a dark edge, but overall it still has a real pleasant undertones that give the film a real likeable and easy-to-watch quality, which still being very spooky overall. The film kind of builds on the usual fear of zombies to catch you out, but you can tell that there's something different about these zombies in this movie. More to the story, if you like, which it's fantastic and intriguing in itself. I mean, after all, it might be a slight spoiler that I've said that, but it's a kid's film, you know? So these zombies were never going to be out for flesh. We insinuate that, but they're not, you know? But you know, still, I would imagine that the premise is still quite scary for a younger child. Then again, our son, Oliver, 7, seemed kind of relatively unimpressed. Apparently, he's seen far worse in some of the games that he plays, apparently. But I think it would still spook him, and I'm not sure whether or not he was just putting a brave face on. As an adult, I didn't find it too scary. Chilling at times, perhaps, yes, and quite dark. But it is very charming nonetheless, and great to watch as a kind of a light throwback movie to some of the horror movies I do love. And a great Halloween movie for the little ones, for sure. You know, we do have some fun with these zombies once the film gets into full swing, which is pretty cool. And they are an integral part of the story, even making you kind of feel for them, which is very unusual. Especially in one scene where the townsfolk actually turn on the zombies, and it's indeed them, that are running scared. Very unusual, and excellent for somebody like me who isn't all too keen on zombies. It actually has quite a meaningful and invested story, all told. Indeed, it is actually quite sad at heart. But ultimately, it does provide some important messages, kind of centered around learning about, and tolerating others, acceptance of who you are, forgiveness, repentance, and remorse. It has a colourful and exuberant collection of characters, absolutely, played by quite the cast, to be fair, including John Goodman, Jodelle Ferland, Bernard Hill, Anna Kendrick, Leslie Mann, Alex Borstein, and Casey Affleck. Just to name a few, who kind of accentuate the quality of the film and the animation in their own unique ways. Overall, this is a brilliantly animated and very well thought out movie, with a great premise and lots of ghosts and zombies for all, basically, making this a great family fun Halloween film for sure. With just enough thrills and scares to keep it entertaining, but not outright scary, this is simply a delight to watch. Simply a lovely movie, with just the right amount of spooky. This is one quirky stop-motion movie deserving of becoming a real true classic. So, that brings me to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Please do hit that subscribe button for more movie reviews, trailer reactions, and other movie-related content. We've absolutely loved having you here at SciFirst MovieTalk. Definitely love to have you back. Plenty more on the channel coming up over the next few weeks. But yes, thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye.